Hey everyone, we're back live. I hope you enjoyed that last session with Nadine Mullings, my biz bestie. And I just know you're going to enjoy this session with my accountability partner, buddy, friend, coach, mentor. All of my clients serve many roles with me because sometimes we're boohooing on the phone. Sometimes sometimes we're on Zoom boohooing. Sometimes we're laughing, joking. We're just laughing. So, without any further ado, got a little message for you. Then we're going to come back with Annie Vander Werff. All right, we're back. We're back. Hey, everyone. Thanks for joining in. Look who just popped up. Annie, how you doing, girlfriend?
Hey, so good, so good, so good. I'm so happy for you in this day. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm happy for me. And the excitement is like, how do you say that word? Palatable? I did it right. I did it right. Sometimes you say stuff, your tongue gets all twisted up. So without any further ado, I want you to tell everyone about you and your business, who you serve, and how awesome you are. Please, ma'am, do that now.
I am very awesome. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for having me here today. I just appreciate you so much. We have been on this journey. You've sort of helped me get launched into my journey as an entrepreneur and made me a two-time best-selling author because now I have the 90-day planner for the unintentional entrepreneur, which I actually became. So thank you to you and this opportunity to be here. My name is Annie Vander Werff, and my purpose is to help women discover theirs so they can launch their dreams, because we know that I know that everybody was born for something more. And if they don't do that thing, it might not ever happen. And so my job is to help women, especially, and organizations to step into that purpose, to lead with intention, to find the confidence and the clarity and the connection to do the right thing, to do the next thing. Sometimes it doesn't feel right, and sometimes they don't even know that's what their purpose is. But when we get that alignment, it is absolutely amazing. So I love getting to do the work that I do in the world.
Awesome sauce. I love that you're doing the work that you do in the world. And look who has joined us here. Wisely Danger is here.
And speaking of the work in the world, I get to do it all around the world. So that's amazing. Yeah. Welcome.
Yes, definitely. So a little bit about Annie and let me get those comments off, because I'll be looking in the comments and not be doing what I'm supposed to be doing,
No distractions.
Yeah, really. Speaking of Annie and I, accountability partner and all that, I talked about you yesterday, Annie, on my in Unmarket Business, the 10K Tuesday training. And I was saying that you have to make an investment if you want the business to work. There's no way around it. I mean, you have a job, you invest stuff for your job, you got to buy your clothes, you got to buy food, get your hair did, new glasses, all that stuff. So in your business, you have to make investments. Sometimes there's big investments, sometimes there's little small ones, sometimes it's time, sometimes it's money. But Annie and I met because we both made an investment in a coaching program that Amy Walker ran, and Amy is thebomb.com for reals.
Real.
It was so funny, the first, I think we were on the Zoom training, and she did those little rooms, those breakoff rooms. And the first room was you and me, Annie, and we were talking. And you remember we were talking, I don't even know what we were talking about. And then I think we did it again, one more round. And then I talked to my husband, we invested in the program, and there you were again. I was like, there's that girl that I met.
And we were accountability partners from then on. And we were
it's been like what, 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Like that's been a long time.
It has been.
Through COVID and everything, we still here. I love it. Look
at this. I have a new website. I have online courses. I have a vlog. I have all these things because I've been hanging out with you.
I'm telling you, and just put your kudos out there. when I was relaunching the academy and thinking about, what I was going to do, pricing wise, and all that stuff, Annie challenged me. So she was like, "So what you're scared of?" Kind of just like that, really, for real. She did. "So what you scared of, girl?" She went right into coaching mode, and I was like, I don't know. I don't even have an answer for you. And I didn't. I didn't have an answer as to why I didn't want to do what you were telling me to do. But by the end of the call, and it wasn't a coaching call, it was like our weekly accountability thing. And at the end, I was like, I'm gonna do it. Watch, I'm gonna do it. And then we each challenged each other, because I challenged you to do a TikTok, because you're gonna start this challenge you've been talking about forever. And you did it. You put it out there. I'm like, so that's
It's
why we need
official.
each
I'm on TikTok now.
other. Yes, that's why we need
Yeah.
each other. We need each other.
Yeah. Well, and you
So
came and spoke to my students about how to make a TikTok. So it's
that's
just a
did
circle.
it
So
help 'em?
cool.
Did it help them?
Yeah. They published their first one.
Well, awesome. I didn't even know that. I'm on the big screen and
It
talking
just
to you.
happened. It just happened.
That's
Yeah.
good. That's good. Because you
Yeah.
can't be scared. You can't be scared out here in these marketing streets. You got to do what it is that you need to do, what God's called you to do, what's
Mm.
burning up in your soul. You got to get it
Yeah.
out. And whether that's through a course or blogging or a summit like this, you got to
Mhm.
get out in front of the people so that they know who you are. If they don't know who you are, you could just shout at the wall all day. The wall isn't going to do anything. You got to get
Right.
in front of some people. Some people.
Exactly.
All right, so Annie, why don't you tell everyone what is working in your business right now as far as marketing goes? What's the thing that's just doing it for you?
Gosh, what's doing it for me right now is that I am really just taking those steps, spirit-led steps, as
Mhm.
you say, and
Yeah.
it's scary. It's kind of scary because you're like, I don't know the answer, and there's this thing called but God, and you're like, but God. And
Mhm.
when you take the step, when you actually do the thing, then the rest follows. And so I'm just really grateful that I have been able to do a lot of volunteer work. I'm just going to say this. I don't know how it's going to come back to marketing, Carol, I promise. But
That's
um, what has been really evident to me is where a lot of my contracts have come are because I've stepped out in faith and actually used my skills to volunteer. I've
okay.
been volunteering, talking, helping individuals learn about their purpose and uncover. The world just kind of puts a blanket, a layer over us. And when we can start to uncover that, we realize we've always had all the power. We still have the shine. We
Mhm.
still have that glow. It just got covered up a little. And so I love helping women, but helping just people to uncover that for themselves, and then they can shine in the world as well. And so um just by way of you helping me to design my website and to kind of put my focus, right?
Yeah.
Woo-woo, the
Yeah.
focus around who it is I'm becoming, then I've been able to go out and actually walk that line. And when I do that, then people just show up, right?
Mhm.
And they come
Mhm.
to you. And so when you're talking about having to go out and do all the posting and getting people in your DMs and all of that, it's more about like developing who you are, because I've had a
Right.
few marketing slaps from you, like, girl, get out your way, right? And
Yes.
then I'm like, okay, here I go.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
then when I do that, and then you just, so it's like you stand here and you're like a magnet, and it just like comes to you, right? And so that's sort of what's been happening to me. I've been
Wow.
manifesting a lot of that,
Mhm.
um, and just allowing the field to come to me. And now it's just I'm helping someone else write a book now, who we're going to probably end up working together, you and I,
Yay.
just because of the amazing things that you've done. And then
Mhm.
just helping others with the course that you helped me put on my website. And so I'm developing partners and um, individuals through that who are
Mhm.
not only doing their own work in the world, but they're also coming back to support me in the work I do in the world, which is so cool, like bringing it full circle. So those things, and the number, so my website, my online courses, and number 3, which is an unofficial official marketing term of get out of my own way, right?
Yes, definitely. A
Just
lot of
put
us
it
need
out
to do
there and just receive
yeah.
and just receive because um that's what we're here for is to actually uncover who we are, who we're becoming, use our voice, and
Mhm.
then
Yeah.
wait.
I have to tell you that even though you said I promise it's going to come back to marketing when you were saying about, doing some volunteering, you're really doing what I say in the book. And I don't remember what exact step it is, but it is, I called it run for president. And what I was really saying, and really it's two of them, run for president and collaborate. So run for president in the unmarket to business book is all about how you join an organization and you work to bring yourself up to the top. And as you do that, your business comes right along with you. Because as you know, most organizations are either volunteer ran, or even if you pay to get into them, you don't get paid for doing what you do. So you're making the place shine, you're making everybody shine, and the spotlight just boom comes right around back on you because you're the one that making things happen. And then the other thing I talk about is collaboration. You can't be afraid of collaboration, and I think you never have been. You're always standing in your truth, doing your stuff. Hey, we need to do this, we need to do that. You are one of the most openly collaborative people I've
Mhm.
really ever met, because you're always open for others to come into your realm and you help them. You don't even bring them in to help yourself. You bring them in to help them, and then they want, well, what is it that you do now? I need that. I need that. And I've been able to witness that because when was it? Was it last year or year before last? I can't even remember. When
Yeah, 21.
I came out to Iowa and you were
Yeah.
doing that immersive, like, I'm going to say some bad words here that people don't want to hear: diversity, inclusion. They're trying to scrape those words off. And I'm like, don't
Yeah.
do that because we need that. And it was awesome just meeting all those people. And it was at the height of when we had to wear the mask. And I didn't wear the mask. I was like, look, I'm not even wearing the mask now. And thank God I did not get sick or anything. And I had a blast just meeting everybody. And it was so funny because where do you, it's Jessup, Iowa, right?
Yep.
Where you
Little small town.
little small town, which
Mhm.
doesn't have too many brown folks in there or black folks or any other
No?
colors. But there was a whole bunch of brown folks, black folks, white people, green people. I saw a couple of orange ones in the back. Inside of that thing, it was overflowing.
Um,
It was amazing. It really, really
yeah.
was amazing.
And
So,
Kara, do you know what? I haven't even told you this, but I just woke up to it like yesterday morning.
what?
I am a longtime Rotarian, which is a international service organization, and currently the president of my club. And my struggles because when God's asking you to do something and you're kind of like, why
Mhm.
me?
Yep.
We kept that going. So you
Yep.
helped me launch it the first year. Then this year we kept it going. We got some funding from Rotary to do it,
Yay.
and we had a massively successful for the first year event around that.
Hmm.
And guess what?
What?
The district governor. So Rotary has different districts
Hmm.
in the state. So we have, I think, two different districts in our state. He asked me, Annie, would you be the DEI committee chair for our district
Wow.
and emulate the work that you've been doing? Let's grow that. Let's grow
Wow.
that. And I was like, oh.
Okay. Okay, I'll do that. That is perfect. And it just,
Yes, such
yeah,
a
I wish I
gift,
had like a
right?
bomb to go out.
I know, I
Boo!
know.
Yay!
And so it's an honor for me to, do that. Obviously, I'm going to bring a team of partners to do that together collectively, but um yeah, it's a gift. And so I think the best advice, I don't know if I could give any advice, is to just step. When we don't know, but we have an inkling or a nudge, the best thing we can do is take the step and then
Mhm.
see what's behind the curtain, and then the curtain opens a little wider, and then just keep stepping because um if we stay still and stay stuck, we're hiding and we don't know what we could have done. Here's the thing I love: on our last day on earth, where our future self, our 90 100-year-old self, is going to say and wish all the things that we could have done during our
Mhm.
lifetime. and we're
Right.
going to look back and wish we would have done more.
True.
So, what I love to help my clients do is to get out of their way now so they can do all of those things. So, when they do actually get to that 100-year-old mark, they can look back and just be really grateful for the things that they did. And more than likely, they're going to do things that they didn't even know had such a positive impact on the people that they came to support.
True.
They're not going to realize it. So anyway, I love that we get to help people know their purpose. Ultimately, we want people to discover joy and love in the world, because when we rise, everybody rises.
Exactly. I love that saying. What's that saying? When rising tide lifts all boats. So if
Right.
we're all in this together,
Hmm.
they don't just put one up; they put us all up.
Yep.
So that's great, Annie. I'm so proud of you. And it's so funny that you said about the organization, the Rotary, because
Hmm.
that's what I talk about in the book, and that's what you're doing. You're exemplifying exactly not only what I talk about in the book, which I know you have the book and stuff, but you were already doing it because you've been a Rotary person, member, or whatever for so long, just to see you excel in that. And then guess what? As I said in the book, as you rise in the organization, your business comes right along with you because all eyes are on you. Yes,
Yep.
collaborating is awesome. I love
Yep.
doing that.
Hmm.
All right, so
Hmm.
I know that you got to run, and thank you so much for squeezing this in.
That's
I
great.
really
No
appreciate
problem.
that. So I wanted to ask you about the Unmarketing Academy. So to you, in your opinion, what is the best part of the Unmarketing Academy to you?
Oh gosh, that's a hard one. The best part.
Well, that's good. That's good that it's hard to decide.
I know. Well, I think the best part is your videos are really engaging, they're really informative, and they cut to the chase, right? So if I need something on a specific topic, or I mean, I'm always learning new things from you, like, okay, have you heard about chat GDP? Have you heard about this? And you just
Mhm.
talked about your Zoom that you're going to be doing, the training. I think that's my favorite, one of my favorite parts. The other favorite part is that you have amazing workbooks that just like already done for you. You just have to fill in the blanks and then go
Mhm.
do the work. And so I really appreciate that, the ease that comes along with that. And so I love that you took the time, because I know on the back end how much work and
Oh
effort
yeah.
and energy. I mean, having your brain out there in the world on paper is like, wow. So, when you put that in a book, when you put that in a video, when you put the tools and resources out there, it's so amazing to have those at your fingertips. And so I really love that about the academy, is that you can dive in and get those things, and you don't have to wait for it to come up. You can just sift through and find, okay, this is what I need, and
Right.
then go after it. And it's not like you have to sit through the whole semester of classes to get to that one thing. You
Right.
just go right to the thing, which I really love.
Yeah, I wanted to make it easy to find the stuff you want. The
Mhm.
strategies broken down by the 10 strategies in the book, but then the accessory stuff in the library is 12 different subjects, 12 different categories, and I have videos on all of that. Do you know that when I was looking through all the stuff, when I was getting ready to do the academy, I was like, oh my God, this is a lot. I mean, a lot of stuff. I didn't realize it. I just did, what God told me to do. He said, go online every Monday at, I think I had to do it early, like at 8 o'clock in the morning or something. And I started out. If you look at some of the ones, all of them are there.
Uh-huh.
But some of the ones I started out, they're real like they're not the best video, but the information is great. And I was having
Mhm.
trouble with the internet, but I didn't let that stop me. I just kept doing it because people need to have this information. They need clarity. You don't have to do this. You can do this, this, and this, or you can mix these together. And I wanted to keep it like relevant. Everything in there is relevant. Even the stuff that I was recording during the pandemic, you know,
Mhm.
there was one that I could think of right now about how to make this downtime work for you.
Right.
And what do we have now? It's not really the downtime as of the pandemic, but it's still, excuse me, still a downtime. Ooh,
Yeah.
excuse me. My,
Yeah, we're still leading amidst the chaos, whether we want to admit it or not. So we
true.
we
Yeah.
still have the opportunity to to benefit from a lot of
Mhm,
those.
mhm. Because there's no better time like the present to build your empire
Oh,
and make some money, right?
that's right, that's right. Ready to rise. And that's actually interesting that you say that because just as a follow-up to what we were talking about before, my Ready to Rise summit is taking place starting
No,
this summer. So I'm really excited to get that launched. And we're gonna
I
have
love it.
equestrian experience, we're gonna have a summit, and we're looking at an international escape as well. So
Ooh,
I'm really excited to get that launched because we do have to be ready. And the thing I love about you, Carol, is that you're always on top of the latest trend. You're like, have you heard about? Have you heard about? Right? And so that's the really great thing. I'm like, oh, I need to incorporate that tool, and I
right.
need to incorporate that tool, and then you just make it easy and fun. So
Thank
I
you.
appreciate that too. Yeah, of
And I
course.
don't recommend anything that I haven't tried before. I'll
Mhm.
recommend or say anything. If someone asks me, "Have you heard about it?" or whatever, then I'll give an honest answer, and I may go check it out. Like I know I was having a conversation with one of my other clients about something she was looking at. Oh, we were trying to figure out what the best cart was. Like, was it
Mhm.
Thrive Cart? Or was it adding on to WooCommerce or all this other stuff?
Mhm.
And we were like back and forth on Messenger. Actually, Tina's going to be on here. I think next. She's up next.
Okay.
We were going back and forth talking about it. And I went through and looked at everything. I was like, look, hands down, it is Thrive Card because
Mhm.
either of those other things, because Thrive Card, even though it is very expensive card, it's awesome. It does everything, but it's only one payment forever. You don't pay anymore.
Yeah.
Everything else was annual and it goes up and it goes down.
Mhm.
So when she asked me that, I was like, I'm going to find out because I'd always been saying that Thrive Card was the best, even though it was
Mhm.
expensive. And like Chat GPT, I remember when I came on, I was like, Annie, have you tried Chat GPT? And wrote like 7 blogs for me. Blah.
Well,
And there's
that's the thing that we're talking about in the industry with regard to faculty. Because
mhm,
as I'm getting my PhD right now, a lot of them are saying, is this ethical? Is it a good way to go? Should we use it? And so it's an interesting conversation now. So you introduced me to that. I'm like, Carol, what is this? And so it's
right,
just great to
right.
have
My
you
husband
there.
said it is kind of like Cliff Notes. You know how they,
Mhm.
Cliff Notes, whatever. But Cliff Notes helped you to get stuff done, right? And you had to
Yeah.
make it look like it wasn't Cliff Notes. You got in, to do your
Mhm.
references and all that. Chat GPT is just a tool that you can use to help you. You can't
Right.
rely on it 100% because sometimes it lies to you. I just want to say it'll say stuff. You're like, what are you talking about?
You need to check your sources for sure. That's one of the things that we found, but at least it gives you the crux, the outline, the framework for how to when I'm writing 20-page papers, that's really helpful.
Right, right. It cuts that. I mean,
Mhm.
it saved
Yeah.
really and truly. Chat GPT will save me an hour and a half to 2 hours on each
Mhm.
blog, on each
Yeah.
blog post. So,
Mhm.
and as we speak about this, I'm getting ready. This won't be an in-depth training, but I'm going to do it in 10K Tuesday training to talk about it, or it's going to be a YouTube video, one or the other. Because my thing is all about how am I going to get in the search engine, the SEO,
Yeah.
get Google to recognize me and say, "Hey, Carol, where you
Mhm.
been?" So, I talk about that getting.
Yeah, you've helped me do that a lot too with websites I've managed, but then also with mine, and so that's fantastic to be
Well,
able
that's
to
the thing.
get that
That's what we got
extra
to
work.
do. We got to get
Mhm.
in the conversation, like you said, in the trends, find out what's trending, make it our own, because there is no one, Annie, there is no one else in the world like you. There isn't. I haven't found one person.
Mhm.
You are totally unique and awesome. So we got to get our awesome self out there, right? And that's how we're doing it.
Carol,
So
go
mhm.
ahead. I wanna add one more thing.
Go ahead. Go
Um,
ahead.
just because we're talking about purpose-driven entrepreneurs, and just because that I happen to be a purpose coach, and one of the things that I know sometimes can be challenging, especially in marketing, when we're trying to sell ourselves, when we're trying to really move forward in inviting people in, right? As you said, sometimes we want to charge less, or we want to get
Mm,
to people in a different way that we're kind of like, "Meh, I'm just going to hide over here." I just want to give a shout out to all of the entrepreneurs and
yeah.
the women, the female leaders, and the males too, who are taking the risk, enduring the suck, and doing the new thing, right?
Hmm.
And I love helping get around that conversation, because fear is actually a thing that stops us but
Right.
in all actuality, it's a thing that guides us. And
Oh,
so
yeah.
I just want to be and take a moment to encourage people because I really think that a lot of times we stop because of that. And
Hmm.
when we're talking about purpose here, we are here for a specific reason. And if
Yeah.
we don't do that thing, the person who's meant to receive it might not ever. And really, purpose isn't about us. It's
Hmm.
about everybody else or the other
Right.
person that we're meant to support. So I just I just felt like I needed to say that, and since we're doing spirit-led things today, I wanted to get that out there in
Yes,
the world because
definitely.
somebody needed to hear that encouragement today.
That's true. Somebody need to hear it. They did hear it. And I think in encouraging others, we are encouraging ourselves. Because
Mhm.
when I put this together, I didn't know who would say yes, who would come on, who would say, "Oh, I can't do it," I just got too much. And y'all all said yes. That was amazing. And then the
Yeah.
other thing is that I get to showcase you all and all my
Mhm.
other clients
Mhm.
to all the other clients' audiences.
Yeah.
Because we need
Thank
we need to
you.
meet each other. We need to
That's
know
right.
each other. We need to work with each other. And I,
Mhm.
I know you got to go, and we're going to talk about your gifts in just a second. But
Mhm.
this is really important. So I have this email thing that I did called Friday accountability or something. It's absolutely free. And all I did, I set it up one time, and it goes out all the time. And you sign up for it. And every week you get 3 questions like, what did you do? What are your plans for next week or something?
Mhm.
So, and I tell people when they first sign up, oh, you don't have to answer these or you don't have to send it back to me. But if you want my advice or whatever, you can. So this one lady, she sent me this long, I mean, it was a lot that she done, a lot for the week. I was like, oh my God. I was thinking like, I'm tired just reading this
Reading
thing. But I had to congratulate her. I was like, "You're awesome. This is great, the stuff that you did." And I was like, "Look, you got to meet this person that's going to be on the summit. You got to meet this person that's going to be on the summit because they're
Yeah.
talking about the exact same thing." And that's how we connect. That's how we
Mhm.
collaborate. That's how we make things work because we don't even think about ourselves. We think about others. And you do that. I mean, all the clients who are coming on the summit do that. That's why I have y'all here because
Oh,
y'all are that.
thank
I
you.
love it. I
Thank
love it.
you.
So now
Yeah.
let's tell everybody about that gift that you have so they can go to the link below,
Yes.
csicorporation.com/power swag and go get your gifts.
Mhm. Well, this is actually another example of how Carol just sees value in you and is like, "Hey, this has value. Use it."
Right.
And so, what
Yes.
I that was like another friend slap marketing. Girl, wake up. And so what it is it's a three-part. Actually, I think there's four videos, but it's a three-part video series on discovering your purpose and how to kind of just step outside of that uncomfort so you can launch into the woman that you were born to be. So go
Yeah.
get it. It's amazing. You're gonna love it.
You will, because we need to
Mhm.
all step into our purpose. And when we realize what our purpose is and how much we can do, there is no stopping us. I want to say,
Girl, I just have to be so like the word of the day is gratitude because I have seen so many transformations of women, especially, but men too, who are
mhm,
just transformed as a result of this work. And
yeah,
so they go from I could never go to New York to I'm going to New York to
mhm.
I could never launch this business to
It's
success.
launched.
Right?
It's out there.
And so and then I work my volunteer work is with people who have been homeless, who've been addicted, who've been incarcerated, and just to see the realization that I am whole, I have purpose on their face that people maybe have never heard that before. And
Right.
so it's so transformational. So go get it. Go get it. It's there for you. It's complimentary and
Hey, get it, use it,
support.
do it. Go to that
That's
swag
right.
page. Yes. And don't forget, you guys, you can get 20% off joining the Unmarketing Academy. Guess what? This special is only alive today and tomorrow. I am giving you an extra day. You can get 20% off whether you do the monthly or the annual. And as Nadine had said prior to coming on here, you can't find a coach for this money. I'm
That's
just
right.
I'm just saying.
You can, and you need a coach. So
You do.
join. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much,
Mhm.
Annie. Mwah. I appreciate you. It was awesome, just like I knew it was going to be. And thank you so much for
Yeah.
saying yes. And we got through in time for you to meet your
Thank
other
you.
appointment. Thank you so
Perfect.
much.
Perfect
All
timing.
right.
Bye.
Bye. What's holding you back from hitting go on your marketing plan? Fear, being unsure, imposter syndrome, frustration? That stops now. What if I showed you how to reach your target audience and get them to buy? How to make social media marketing easy? How to understand the power of email marketing? And how to conquer your fear of putting yourself out there? What if I provided you with simple tools and techniques, easy to implement training that bring you clarity, and give you the expertise and the know-how to convert marketing into money? Hey there, I'm Carol J. Dunlop, the online wild strategist and 6-time best-selling author. I teach purpose-driven entrepreneurs just like you to convert marketing into money. If you're a purpose-driven entrepreneur who's ready to stop allowing fear and frustration to keep you stuck and instead embrace clarity, authority, and expert instruction to convert your marketing strategies into money in the bank, then you need to join the Unmarketing Academy. In the Academy, you'll take a deep dive into the tools, techniques, and trainings that helped me and my husband to sustain our successful business in spite of the 2008 recession, 2 major health crises, and of course, the pandemic. The Academy is about replacing expensive, frustrating, and overwhelming marketing practices with simple, easy to implement marketing resources that get you in front of your target audience and get you paid. This Academy is for purpose-driven entrepreneurs who crave simple marketing strategies, coaches who need real-life trainings to take the overwhelm out of marketing, small business owners who are ready to conquer their fear of putting themselves out there, service providers who want to use social media and email marketing effectively, action takers who are ready to go live without fear. Marketing your business successfully takes work and marketing. Without marketing, they don't know you exist. If you're ready to convert your marketing into money, you need to join the Unmarketing Academy. Hey everyone, thanks for hanging around. Join me at 1 o'clock. We're going to have another very special guest. I will see you then. Bye bye for now. Oh, and don't forget to get your gifts. Bye.